Okay, you guys. Alright, so. Kill la Kill, episode 23 review. Of course, the episode link is going to be in the description box down below on Crunchyroll.com. And if you haven't seen my live reaction, it's going to be here. Alright, so. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't catch it in the live reaction video, alright, so if you want to be part of that, alright, and many other things going on, go down in the box below, patreon.com, sign the fuck up. That simple. Now, and I don't know what I'm going to do next for my next prize. Maybe some Teg and Topa stuff. Maybe an Xbox One. I don't know. But we'll see. Okay. Oh, my God. I am sore. I am tired. And I am hyped. Let me say that one more time. I am sore. I am tired. And I am hyped. I'm massively hyped right now. I cannot believe what the fuck I just watched. But I'm going to keep this mainly summary free. I'm trying to go a little more analytical here, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You guys know the drill. You guys simply sit down and watch, listen, whatever, do your thing. If you're listening to me as you're cooking, fine, fuck it, go, cook. Have at it, horse, go. On some janky, have at it, horse, go. Alright? If you want to make some turkey sandwich, you're going to make some chipotle, I don't know, just do your thing, alright? I don't know what the hell I'm saying. None. Well, you know, if you're cooking some food, mail me some shit, alright? Mail me something, alright? I want a burrito with lots and lots of guac. You feel me, bro? Yeah. I don't know what's happening, man. Okay, so no, I do know what's happening. So let me stop with the frills, as Uber would say. Let me stop with the frills. Let me try and put some analysis here, some analysis. Sure. First of all, I think the animation was on point. For the majority of the episode, it was phenomenal. I'll be very honest. It was very dynamic. It was very fast-paced. And, I mean, as usual. But the animation of the combat matched the flow of the episode very well. Even though it was very hard to, like... There were some parts where I just outright missed because I was mad hyped. So, the thing is that... from what I remember, the animation is awesome. Now... the pacing, of course, as usual, fast-paced, just extremely fast-paced. And when it came to the overall story progression, massive. The original life fiber is down. And let me talk about that for a few seconds, alright? What we perceived the life fibers to be were just yarn balls and strands of yarn across the vastness of space and the universe. That's what we had first perceived them to be. After seeing the original life fiber, and it opened its mouth, and it had like these rows of teeth, like it was some kind of massive, you know, like megalodon shark, I had a lot of second thoughts. And just coming from watching the episode, I'm going to probably assume now that the life fibers aren't they are not just yarn balls. Like, they're actually like living, like straight up. They have their cores, like, because it had a core. And so the way I can perceive it now is that life fibers are almost like tissue. They're almost like tissues and cells within a human's body. However, when you have millions upon billions upon trillions of these life fibers come together, an endless, countless number of life fibers come together. It acts very similar to tissues and cells within the human body, where in which they actually serve a cumulative function. They act as a unit, and they have certain tasks that each section of cells, tissue, are given. So basically, the core of the life fiber, of the original life fiber, it acts as a heart. And it's because it's condensed with many, many, many life fibers that act like tissues and cells. The same thing goes for the teeth, because again, the entire thing is comprised of life fibers. So the giant jaws that we saw, those teeth were, of course, life fibers, condensed, and they made teeth. So again, it's a very similar concept now, and now we know how that actually works out. So the original life fiber is like an actual, like it's a multicellular organism. In this case, the cells are life fibers. And it's very similar to humans in that aspect, but of course the life fibers as a whole are superior than humans, since they can do things like transverse space, and they can actually manipulate species to evolve at accelerated rates, and so on and so forth. So that was fascinating, very fascinating. Also, what I want to point out, Sanagama, hype. It doesn't matter, Sanagama. Sonic, yo, his eyes are open and he sees the world. The world, oh, Dio. He sees the shit. And I love it. Because out of all the Elite Four, he had the most hype by far. Out of all those cats, it was perceived that he was the best one. Because he was the only one, mind you, he was the only one that could tussle with Ryuko after he got his other 3-star Goku uniform. Something regalia, like the one where he actually beats down Ryuko. Gamagori couldn't do that. Inamura couldn't do that. Yakuza couldn't do that, even though she was actually very close, because she actually pushed Ryuko to a new level, and that's where she gets the Senketsu Shippu. But we see Sanagama, and he was actually able to completely counter a move from RAGYO. What the fuck? So, I think that, and maybe just, because I don't know which one you guys prefer, but me personally, I think that the strongest one amongst Elite Four is Sanagama. Now, and of course, seeing like the new outfits is amazing. I liked how they all tied into like who they are as individuals, and the later or the earlier versions of their regalia. Like for example, I think Inamura was called like something to do with like seeing the truth regalia, like something like that. Where in which it was a more insightful version of his past two regalia. When it comes to Gamagori's regalia, he actually had one where there were no chains, there were no shackles. He's like a giant armored tank now. He is now designed to protect Kiryu and Satsuki. And of course, when it came to Yakuza Rage, she had the finale. So obviously, since she is someone who is very well versed in music, the finale is we all know what it is pretty much. So, and how her regalia tied into that as well. Now, when it comes to RAGYO, bro, there was one scene I was like, what are you doing? And if you see live reaction, you know what scene that is. It's the scene where she starts to like legit masturbate. Like legit, she's psychotic. I mean, it's that simple. She is psychotic, and you have to be. Considering the fact that RAGYO, because we don't, after the life fibers blow up the world, like what would be her end game? Like what would she do after that? Like would she just join the life fibers in their conquest of space? Like how would that work out exactly? But the thing here is that her goal, her mission in life is to blow up the world and give the world to the light fibers so they can ride the explosion wave and transverse space. You have to be insane. You have to be mentally... Basically, what I'm trying to get out here is that when it comes to RAGYO, we see, I mean, we've always seen this, but I think in this episode it was far more distinct, wherein which she gets this, like, she lusts for this. It's not that she's just, like, a regular insane person who thinks on, like, a different frequency than normal people do. Because normal people wouldn't actually, like, again, like, the fact that her own child could be, you know, Ryuko, when she thought that Ryuko was dead, the fact that she saw her own child as nothing more than just a pawn, and how when her husband pressed the button to, you know, send Ryuko into the actual, the dumpster or whatever, the fact that she was just stoic and calm, in fact, she was like, okay, well, not a big deal, let's go get it, let's try something else. So, the thing about it is that normally, I think when these types of characters, there's a certain trend wherein which it's like they don't see the adverse effects of their actions, and they don't understand, they can't comprehend why this is wrong. But in the case of RAGYO, she knows that what she's doing is wrong. She's fully aware of that. But it's to a whole new level where she lusts this kind of stuff. She lusts the extinction of humanity. She gets off on feeling up her own daughter. She gets off on the idea that someone like Ryuko can die in cold blood and her own daughter's blood's gonna rain down upon her. She gets off on this stuff. And the fact that we see her just in the middle of all of this, like, yeah, I'm like, like, she's psychotic, but she goes even further beyond with her lust. Now, let's move on. Great naked dagger. Yo, that's hot. Yeah, but let me say that, alright? The fact that the 2-star Goku uniform guys did nothing other than just, you know, be the guinea pigs for the treadmill. I mean, for the whatever, you know what it's called, the hamster wheel. The fact that that was all they were there for, at least in this episode, to me, I think it's a little more. I think it's very disheartening because they're 2-star Goku uniforms, and they should have been out on top of the deck fighting along with Mankan Shogumako. And I guess when it comes to her as well, I was expecting more Mankan Shoku solo stuff where she'd actually go in there, fisticuffs. And remember how in the last video that I did of Kill la Kill last week, how I made the assumption, I made a prediction where in which, because Mako put her sleeve into the jacket and we saw that giant fist punch, that giant cover, I was hoping that we get to see more of that as well, but we're not. So at least for now, because there is the season finale, because it does say, I caught that. At the end of the episode, I did catch Sanketsu, the voice actor, explaining not only are Trigger working hard, but they're working hard because the next episode, episode 24, is going to be the season finale. So, or the series finale, I should say. So, I mean, that's a shame. It really is, because I was hoping for 25, at least. But, no, we're getting 24. And, I mean, some anime, they do that, but for this anime particularly, since I've been following it since day one, since we all have been following from day one, and we've been, like, hyped, like, massively hyped, the fact that we're not getting 2 episodes, but 1 episode, well, who knows, maybe. It may be a 45-minute special. Don't know. I have no idea. But if they do that, I like that a lot. I really would. Oh, man. If they did a 45-minute episode special, okay, I'm satisfied. I can go out on that shit. But we'll see next week what actually happens with that. But getting back to Mako, I mean, like, I do like the. Basically, Mako, I think, should have had more purpose. I mean, when Elite Four came in there, I was hyped. But Mako should have had a little more, you know, stuff going on with her. Aside from being the guinea pig and being on the actual wheel, and then making the great naked dagger. just fly, skyrocket. And I mean, again, they were able to pierce the whole, core of the thing, the core of the original light fiber. And this motherfucker is dead. There is no way. There is no way he's coming back. Oh, no. Well, actually, no. Fuck. He's not dead. Damn it. Because I think, to my recollection, I think Aikuro said that it was incapacitated, which I think is bullshit. The core is cut in half. And again, remember, we found out in the episode, and this is quintessential. This is the way in which you can actually kill someone who is imbued heavily with life fibers, in which you cut from both ends. You cut like a scissor. You cut like that. And not only does this work for Ryuko in the sense of the scissor blade, but also works for Satsuki as well. And conveniently and ironically so, because Satsuki has 2 Bakuzans. And if you cut from both ends, then the life fibers can't recover or they can't regenerate instantaneously. It's not possible. So, props. Big ups to the way they actually play that out. I like it a lot. I really did. So now it makes perfect sense as to why it was a scissor in the first place. And it makes sense from the standpoint of cutting as well. Because when I'm assuming, because I've never actually done sewing, I'm not a grand couturier, I'm not an individual of fashion. That's not me. But I'm assuming that when you have something like clothing, it's easier to cut clothing with a scissor as opposed to a knife. Just saying. Makes perfect sense within that context alone. And the fact that Nui Harumi got arms, she got new arms, so she's still in the fray in battle, that's very obvious. And now we see RAGYO, she's rocking Shinra Koketsu, so I did call that because when we do see Junketsu back with Satsuki, it's pretty obvious that Satsuki isn't going to have Shinra Koketsu, and so obviously RAGYO is going to be the one to take it next, and I did call that. Now, what I can say though, is that what happened with Homaru? Like, what went down there? All right, Homaru, from what I remember, she was able to change her arm structure, which I think that, of course, ties in to the light fibers. Because everything so far, I mean, we just found out that the scissor blade itself, as well as Bakuzan, they comprise of extremely dense light fibers. So I'm assuming that when it comes to Homaru and her attributes, they also revolve around the light fibers. She may just be like Nui Harumi and RAGYO. We don't know for sure. However, why would RAGYO consume Homaru for power? Like, what is it about Homaru where which RAGYO as a consumer? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you because it's something that I think does tie into, again, her physique when it comes to Homaru. But aside from that, I can't really go on anything else. So I'm gonna call it quits on that. But overall, the episode, again, I can't say again because I have yet to give it an actual rating. But it was very emotional. The hype, the story progression, the animation, the pacing. When you do a live reaction on a series that's that fast paced, you do tend to get lost when you do. Like I don't know what happened. Like after I walked away, I came back and I remember hearing Mako just yell Ryuko, Ryuko, Ryuko. That's all I remember hearing. And then, by the way, this also explains what went down with Ryuko. Because when RAGYO tried to bisect her, Ryuko actually stopped the cut with her scissor blade at some point in time. So even though she was cut in half, the light fibers that she has in her body were still active. Therefore, she could regenerate on the spot. So, yeah, this rating gets just that. Yo, Yo, bro. So the next episode should get a yo too, but I mean, fuck. All right, but yeah, I'm done. I need to do other reviews for other stuff, and that's the way it is. But that being said, it was a sloppy review. I suppose so. Yeah, it was sloppy. Not only am I tired physically because obviously I went to the gym, hence the gym towel, but also because I just saw the episode, did a lot of reaction, and I was hyped. And getting hyped takes a lot of energy. So, and I have no more Arnold Palmer. No, Arnold Palmer. I have no more. So, we're just gonna ride this train to do the other reviews. So, that being said, I'm done. King of Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.